maybe about the futuristic or under-researched or emerging areas. What about mental health support, like PTSD or borderline personality, autism spectrum disorders? Or anxiety? Could you elaborate here where we are currently with the research?
Sure. So the CBD1, the receptor that ties to THC, is very prevalent in the brain, and because of that, there's a lot of research on mental health related to different indications. In chronic inflammation, we also see CB2 receptors in the brain as well. So there's inflammation in the brain could lead to neurological symptoms and psychiatric symptoms in patients. So we see effect both for CB1 and CB2 receptors in the brain. And the biggest indication that we see a lot is post-traumatic syndrome, PTSD. But it's not only that. We see that for anxiety. We see it for sleep, obviously, as I mentioned. There was a study done on autism showing that in autistic children there's improvement in the quality of their life and their family's life using CBD. A lot of the autistic children, there's comorbidity with epilepsy, but even without epilepsy, we see improvement using CBD to reduce anxiety. There's work being done on the use of CBD for borderline disorders, which is another psychiatric condition. So there's a lot of research in the area of psychiatry. There's also an area that is being treated either by psychiatrists or rheumatologists, fibromyalgia. It's an area that definitely there's benefits that we see now for the use of cannabis.
We didn't mention anything about gastrointestinal disorders. Any possibility use of medical cannabis, like for the Crohn's disease?
Right. So as I said, the CB2 receptor is on all immune cells, and CBD affects these cells. So any autoimmune disease, we do see benefit for CBD, including Crohn's disease, and there's a lot of research on that. Also, as I mentioned, it has an effect on the microbiome, and there's interaction between the microbiome and the body in different diseases, including autoimmune diseases. So there's definitely benefit there as well, but it's individualized. Different people interact differently. So these are all indications that we'll have to have more data to get really to understand when and how to use them. But if we start low and go slow, as I mentioned, I think there's no reason not to do it in any disease. There are very few diseases I can think of that I wouldn't use cannabis, including chronic diseases like that. You may not think of them as being related, but even let's think about heart failure patients. They have anxiety, they have depression, they don't sleep well. There's no real disease that I can think of that we shouldn't be using cannabis as another tool in our toolbox.